So I've been in a slow cut the past year, and I'm not gonna lie guys, it has been very difficult and one of the hardest things I've done for my physique, but it's been so worth it. And I'm pretty happy with the results. Check it out. So in this video, I'm gonna be sharing my simplified guide on how to get shredded and aesthetic as fast as possible. Number 1, your mindset. I said this in my other video for how to bulk up as fast as possible, but the sentiment remains true here too. So your mindset, it's kind of a weird meta point to start off on, but it truly is super important. You need to be making an active decision in your mind that this is something that you want and it's something that you will commit to. Like I said earlier, guys, cutting is not easy and you need to stay disciplined, and it's something that you need to do on a day-to-day basis to actually see and make those changes. Remember guys, you're literally trying to become a different person. So in order to be a different person, you need to act as a different person. So keep that tenacity in mind when you're going through this shredding process. Number 2, a caloric deficit. So you guys have probably heard this a ton throughout all the fitness community. It's been said time and time again, and there truly isn't a way around it. Fact of the matter is, if you want to lose weight, you need to be in a caloric deficit. So what does that mean? You have your maintenance calories, which is the amount of calories you intake on a day-to-day basis to maintain your weight. Caloric deficit means you are under that. My maintenance calories range about 2,400 to 2,500 calories. So if I want to lose weight, I need to make sure that I'm under 2,400 to 2,500 calories on a day-to-day basis. Literally pause the video right now and check out the link in the description box below to calculate how many calories you need to be intaking on a day-to-day basis. That way you know you need to be hitting under that number. You input your height, you input your weight, you input how active you are on a weekly basis, and then it'll spit out a number that says 2,400, 2,300 calories. And again, you need to make sure that you are under that on a day-to-day basis. Now, I don't think you need to take it as seriously or as far as weighing your food and having a scale on you at all times, just because that is a lot of work and it's not the most easy thing to do. It's kind of annoying to be that guy to,
oh, I'm gonna bring out my scale to make sure that this is weighed this much amount of protein, this much amount of fats, this much amount of carbs.
But in general, I think it's a good idea to have a sense of how many calories you need to be intaking, so that way you can continuously stay under that. And then depending on how intense you want to go will dictate how much of a calorie deficit you need to be in. Personally, I think a sustainable deficit is about 200 to 300 calories under your maintenance every day. That way you're slowly losing weight. Ideally, you want to be losing 1 pound a week. So you kind of just need to play around with how much of a deficit you are in order to stay consistent. Because if you choose a calorie number that is too far of a deficit and it's not sustainable, then you're not going to be able to continuously to lose weight. And overall, I just think it's good practice to understand what you're putting into your body. Number 3, working out and training hard on very specific muscle groups. So the typical aesthetic and shredded physique that you see in supermodels in Hollywood and in movies is that V taper with broad shoulders, a tight V taper, and a small waist. So you want to dedicate your workouts to achieving those things. My focus is, whenever it was coming to getting a shredded and aesthetic physique, was to focus on my shoulders, lateral raises, shoulder press, overhead press, things like that to hit my rear delts, my side delts, and my front delts. And then you want to focus on your back muscles. A lot of those pull workouts like pull-ups, rows, lat pull downs to really grow out that V for your lats. And for your abs, you want to be making sure you're hitting weighted ab exercises, because yes, it is true that abs are made in the kitchen, but if you develop your ab muscles, you can see your abs at a higher body fat percentage. Honestly, taking a step back, something that I really thought about during my cutting process was the concept of body fat. I think a healthier way to look at body fat percentage isn't necessarily just a number, right? Like, it's not that elusive 10 to 12% body fat that you need to get abs. I try to think about body fat percentage as a proportion between your lean muscle mass and your body fat. So instead of just thinking, how can I decrease my body fat via caloric deficit and cardiovascular exercises to lose weight, also think about how you can increase your lean muscle mass via strength training, barbell exercises. That way you're pulling from both directions in order to get an overall better physique. And I think this helps out a lot with aesthetics and just getting shredded overall, because there's actually 2 ways that you can approach it and you can tackle it, versus just trying to lose as much weight as you possibly can and just like working out. Working out and training hard while you're cutting is extremely important, because as you're losing body fat percentage, you still want your muscles to develop and still be there. That way when your body fat is going away, your level of definition and tone of your muscles will be able to pop out more as your body fat goes away. Number 4, sleep and recovery. So I said this also in the how to bulk up as fast as possible video, but this just reigns true for any type of workout. You need to be making sure you're getting enough sleep and recovery in to allow your muscles to develop and grow. So as you're working out hard and you're tearing your muscle fibers in the gym, when you rest, that's when your muscles are actually able to recover and grow. All right, so that was my simplified guide on how to get as shredded and as aesthetic as fast as possible. Again, you need to be making sure you have the right mindset. You need to be making sure that you're in a caloric deficit. You need to make sure that you're working out and training hard with the focus on very specific muscle groups. And number 4, you need to make sure that you have good sleep and recovery so you can allow your muscles to grow while you're losing body fat. I try to keep this as short and concise as possible. That way, if you're a beginner, you could understand this. And also, if you're already shredded and aesthetic as heck, then I hope this was just a good reminder. But let me know if you guys have any questions down in the comments below, and I'd be more than happy to answer them. Guys, I know firsthand that cutting and getting shredded is not easy, so I applaud you for even being curious about trying to get there. But with these steps, I truly think that everyone is able to achieve this. It's just a matter of being able to stay consistent with it and committing to it. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. If you found this content helpful, make sure to give it a like just so I know that what you guys like. And with that, I will see you guys in the next one. Mad love, peace.